So, hello and welcome to yet another episode of the ZEBRAtalk. Of course, we're here with episode number 5, and it should be a fun one because actually, last episode already was one of our specials, and guess what? We do have another special coming to you guys today. As always, of course, Alex is here alongside with me, so let's bring him in to the conversation. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, nothing more to say. I'm just doing great, and I'm looking forward to talk to the Trackmania guys.
Yeah, exactly. So, we've decided to bring in our Trackmania team. For anybody that, of course, has followed these talks before, and it was like, wait, you guys have a Trackmania team? Yeah. A lot of things have happened here at BS+ Competition in the past couple of weeks and months. And let's bring the whole team into the conversation. How are you guys doing?
Fine, and you?
Well, really good, thank you. Good. Fine.
Perfect. So, of course, you guys are at a boot camp. How about you start telling us where you are at the moment?
So I can start. So we are actually with all the squads at Lyon in France, in La Source Esports, and here we have our little place where we can train each other. So it's actually so perfect. And yes, we are here for 2 weeks and since 2 days ago. So actually, it's perfect. That's it.
Yeah, well, great. I think we should maybe start before getting too much into the bootcamp. Let's just introduce all of you, because most of our viewers might not know you already. So yeah, let's start from left to right. Just introduce yourself. You can just say the nicknames. I think that's enough.
Yeah, but my pseudonym is Snow. I play Trackmania since like 6 years ago, and yeah, I play with this mate like all my life.
And he started to learn English like 2 years ago. It's not for him. So my name is we can call me Glast. I am playing Trackmania since 2016 with Jalik and Snow, and here we are. So Jalik.
So yeah, I'm Thomas. In game, it's Jalik. First, I'm the manager of the team. So Snow, Glass, Tofu, Andak, which is not here. We play together since now more than 2 or 3 years, and it works very well. So we decided to continue the story with the same team, with BS Competition. And yeah, I played Trackmania since more than 10 years now. It was like the game of my childhood. Does it make sense? I think it makes. And yeah, we continue because we love this game, and the game is expanding more and more, so that's good. Therefore?
Yes, I'm Aurélien Default. I started the game in 2017 with the ZEBRAtalk Trackmania Cup, and today I play for BS Competition, and voilà.
This is fine.
Yeah, perfect. One thing that, of course, we've already kind of figured out is that you guys have basically been together for quite a while as a team, of course, when it comes down to it. So, you're not new when it comes down to working together. When did you actually first meet?
First time we've met, I have created a team without expectation. First was Snow, for example. It was more a friend than a player for me, and then we continue to discuss, and we have to make some team tournaments. So we recruit, for example, Dofo, etc. And some other player contact me to join the team, and then it becomes more and more professional because we got some contract of teams, and now we are like grinding the stairs. And here we are
And
at
we
BS competition.
learn a lot together. So we are playing together since 2017. So it's quite a long time, and we learn a lot, and we always play together on Trackmania with a lot of different competitions, and we know each other a lot. We are real friends.
Yeah, that was my next question. Did you meet online or did you meet in real life before you started playing Trackmania together?
Online for
Online.
everyone.
Online,
definitely.
yeah.
Yes, online.
So you met online and then became real life friends.
Yes.
That's it.
I can say that the game bring us to meet each other. For example, I already meet Snow on a competition, an offline competition, when we brought our PCs to play with other people. And so yes, we meet after we play together first on the game, and after we took the time to meet each other.
Cool. I mean, it's nice for literally you guys just to meet online, and then of course big relationships always just start out of that, and friendships to start. So I think we already kind of went over the first time you guys started playing Rocket League. What actually brought you
Trackmania.
to the Trackmania?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on Rocket League from the bootcamp. No, yeah. What brought you to play Trackmania?
What's the question? What are you saying?
En gros, qu'est-ce qui nous a chauffé à jouer à Trackmania?
Why? For myself, as I said, it's the childhood game. So when I was like something 8 years old, my father was playing a car game, and it was cool for me to see. So I decided to try, and it was like the start of a story. I started playing for fun. I was really bad when I was like 8, 9 years old. And by playing a lot of the game and having thousands of hours of training, then I progress, and that's it. That's how I start Trackmania, thanks to my father.
Yes, it is the same thing for me. I discovered the game thanks to my father when I was like 8 years old, and 5 years ago, I remember that Trackmania was a game, so I tried a second time when I got some time, and I loved directly the game, and I started to play like a lot, a lot to competitions, and here we are for me.
Me, it's not my father, it's my brother. He play the game, and I see he playing, and I love it.
Yes, me. I started Trackmania with the ZEBRAtalk Cup, and I really like the speedrun aspect with Trackmania, and yeah.
That's so great to hear. So, yeah, different ways to get into the game, but now you all, you've all been playing for years, from what I can hear. So I think it's great to see that, how it can develop, just like from playing it for fun to, now competing on maybe the highest level possible. What I was interested in was how did you guys connect or get together with BS Competition? Like how did that come to be that you now are a part of BS Competition?
Well, I can explain if
Yes.
you want.
I played the World Cup in May, and I
Qualifiers.
was qualified in the. I'm doing the open qualifier of the World Cup, and I qualified in the top 16 in the world, and the night after my qualification, BS competition sent me an offer to join this structure, and I proposed to join with my mate, and he's accept this offer, and now I play with my mate, and I'm really happy to be here.
Yes, of course, you guys are all together in the same place right now for a boot camp. How does the usual boot camp day go for a Trackmania player?
Jelly.
You want to know how works a day in bootcamp for us? That's it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Personally, I wake up at 9 a.m.
You're the first.
I'm the first. I'm buying the croissant, etc. at the pastry. Then they wake up at 10 a.m.
Me, I have to start my morning stream.
At 10, and then with the foot on slow, we take the breakfast, and then we start playing at 11 until 12:30, and then we eat. And now it's the most important time. After we have eaten, so we played basically approximately 3-4 hours during the afternoon and 3-4 hours during the evening. But we try to don't only play Trackmania without any break, with any activities, because it becomes very annoying, and it's not the worst means to learn and practice on Trackmania.
Yes, and of course, actually, we are training for a big competition, and our training is that we are playing the same maps, and we can't do matches to train like now, because the competition is like in 1 week and a half. So it's a bit long. So now we are just learning the maps, but we actually have some. We are good. We are on time, but yes. So we can't play the same maps like 8 hours a day. It's like it can be impossible for a human brain.
It will be not productive. For example, the competition that we are practicing for this bootcamp, for example, this evening, there will be like 1 or 2 new maps that we will have to learn. So there will be 1 or 2 days where we learn together. We were discussing of the different strategy that we can find to earn some times on the maps, and then we will more focus. So in the first time, we will focus on a more time attack phase, where we try to set the best time to know our limits, and then we focus on the consistency. Yeah, and here we will practice in private match on trying to be the more consistent to score the most points during the D-Day.
So
yes,
on a day you have breakfast, stream, eat, training, a little bit of videos and chill moment, and the evening where we practice like a lot with matches, the important thing, or we discuss about what we learn during the day.
Oh, that's a really full schedule, but I totally agree that you cannot do the same thing for like 8 hours straight, especially if it's like something that needs your full focus. So I think it's really good that you take some breaks in between, because like playing for 8 hours straight is not good. As you said, the human brain cannot do that. You talked about a competition you're training for. Maybe you can tell us something about the upcoming competition you're playing in?
Yes, so
Yes.
currently we are practicing for the ZEBRATOR Trackmania Cup. So it's a competition which takes place once a time in the year. So it can be during the month of July or May. This year is during this month, and the qualifiers will be the 17th of July. So in 1 week, and it's a really important competition for us, but because it's the major one in France, in particular, because there is a lot of visibility and a lot of people who are seeing the competition with a lot of people around Twitch and the scenes, because there is not this year because of the COVID-19, but there is a big event. And yes, this is a big competition, a really important for us, the major one.
Yeah, to sum up, why this competition is popular is because of ZEBRATOR. ZEBRATOR is a big, famous French streamer, and when he's streaming, when he's hosting the competition, for example, he's like approximately 100,000 viewers on Twitch, approximately.
Yes.
So that's why it's huge. And the next year, that's planned for Bercy in Paris, and all the places are already sold for 2022.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think for one part, a lot of people kind of just play Trackmania on the sides. I mean, the only place where I've ever played Trackmania was probably when I was like at a LAN, and whenever I'm like out of the tournament or just like need something else to like just focus on and just not play my regular game, then I would jump into Trackmania. But I think a lot of people don't realize that there is actually a whole esports circuit around Trackmania. What do you think needs to happen to maybe bring Trackmania more, or bring the Trackmania esport more to the mainstream?
But in fact, with the new game released the last year in 2020, the esports scene is really growing, and in mostly for the international community, because in France there were already a big community that was playing since like 2016 with the ZEBRATOR Trackmania Cup. We started around this time, and yes, currently the esports scene are growing. There is a lot of competitions like the World Cup, which is a new competition, the Trackmania Grand League, the Open Grand League. So all of these are new competitions that we can play and perform, and it is really important for the game and for us, of course, because we are doing esport. And yes, what we can expect is to have, of course, more people who can watch competition, because it's really important. More viewers are on Trackmania, more it's fun to play. Yes, of course, it's same for all the games. So that's where we are.
Yeah, to sum up, the game just make a big update. It's like a new game. Before we were on Trackmania 2, and now we're in Trackmania 2020, who appeared the 1st of July. So now the game has just more than 1 year. And since 2020, since this game, the international scene is developing a lot thanks to ZEBRATOR in France, but for example, thanks to Trix, who is playing a lot in Germany. And all these people helps the game to develop the international scene. There are some things very often Lyric, a big streamer, is streaming it, and thanks to all these streamers and the visibility that it brings, it develops way more the game at a European dimension.
Yes, and with the big work and the big job that all of the community is doing, it's very important, and it is really good.
Yeah, I mean, a good thing that you mentioned it. I think influencers had, or big streamers, I would say, have had a big impact on the Trackmania scene. As you said, like, I know as a German that Trilux has done so much Trackmania, and it has really shifted the focus away from Counter-Strike on his channel, and is doing much more Trackmania. And as you said, if we have like some other big streamers in other regions, like Zerator in France, they really have helped the game to get way more attention. And at the same time, I think from what I've seen, the competitive scene has also become much more professional and more, I wouldn't say diehard, but it's like, it's not just for fun anymore, you know? It's become really more of an esports. And I think it's growing as well, which is really great to see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, let's talk about the bootcamp. So you're in Lyon right now at La Source.
Yes.
So how long are you staying there? And other than training, what are you planning to do?
Okay, so we are staying there until the qualifiers of our competition. So the qualifiers are the 17th of July. So we plan to leave the 19th because we don't really know, but we imagine that the final phases are going to be the 18th. So one day before we leave, but we unfortunately we can't know because ZEBRAtalk don't say to us the date of the final phases, so it will be like a surprise. But it's not a problem because we are playing the qualifiers here in the bootcamp, and it's the more important thing. And what we are going to do in the bootcamp, so training and
Maybe a karting session.
Bowling. I don't know if
Maybe bowling, yeah.
If we
sense.
are saying this. And yeah, we are going to do a lot of. We are here together, and it's the first time we meet with some people in the bootcamp. So it's important for us to do a lot of things outside, like kartation.
And put the link.
Yes.
Yeah.
To make real links and.
Yeah, I mean, team building is always a good part of it. It's not only about getting your best game on, but of course also to be a team as a unit. How does team play actually get into it in an esports title like Trackmania?
Team play. Okay. With some competitions, you have to play with a team. I can say like the Trackmania Open, where the goal was to play with a team, or for example with the ZEBRAtalk Trackmania Cup, we are playing with teams of 3 players. For example, I am playing with Default and Snow. Angelic will be playing with 2 other people, but I don't know if he announced his trio, so we are not gonna say his trio. So a team is really important on Trackmania because you can play with other player, and it's really important to don't get annoyed, and of course to learn some strategy to play with other players. It's really important to make a good performance.
So yeah, to sum up, basically Trackmania is a solo game, but thanks to influencer who has a lot of importance. For example, with Zerator, that he says, for example, during the phase qualification, no, during the phase qualification, the three players are playing on different routes on the different maps, and they are making score and making points thanks to the position they made. And it's like just adding the points of the three players, and then you have an amount of points which allows you to pass to the next step or not, or it makes seeds, etc. And for example, after in the semi-final, in the final, you just have to reach an amount of points for everyone, and then you get a statue of finalist. And to be a winner, and not only staying a finalist, you have to win a round. So you don't have to be first, second, seventh. You have to be the first of a round to get the winner statue. And the three players of the trio need to be winners. So, for example, if they are in semi-final and they want to go to finals, if Glass and Snow get their winner statue, but if the foe is not getting this statue, they can't win. So the three players need to be there.
Yes, it's important for us to be good, but as a team, if two players are not trained or just one, it's one player is not at the level of the others. Only one player can through a team, and we can lose really easily with one player. So it's important to be a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to see that even though it's like everyone is driving for himself, it's still important that everyone performs and you have to work together as a team to get those results that you need to get to the next stage of the tournament. So I think it's really good to have a bootcamp like right in front of a important tourney, so you can really focus on working together. And yeah, I mean, that brings me to my next question. Do you think that you can still teach each other stuff? Like, does anybody have like one thing he's really good at that he can still teach the others? Or is it more of a everyone helps each other out and just works together?
Jalik is our coach.
I think I'm the most old players on the games. I play more than 10 years. I learned a lot. I learned a lot during this competition, during the lot of maps that I played. And by playing thousands of maps, you learn some tricks that you can reapply on different competition, for example. And thanks to some tricks that you see on the map, because you understand it, you can reapply it. After, I think it depends on the people. Sometimes, for example, Glass will understand very easy some tricks. And for example, Dofo will as well understand some tricks, but he will not be able to explain it. Or it's very difficult when you are playing Trackmania to explain and teach to someone else. It takes some time, but thanks to plugin where we see the inputs exactly, we can help each other. There is strategy that we have for us and that nobody else have. So yeah, that's very important to teach each other, and it helps a lot because very often the people know on every time we got something on the maps to earn like 1,000 seconds, etc., thanks to little tricks. So yeah.
All right, so of course then as you guys are preparing for that next event coming up, what's your goal? Of course it's always to win, but I mean, what is in reach? I mean, who's the other competition? What can you actually manage?
Okay, so we are two trios. two teams of 3 players. So the first team, me, Snow, and Dofort, are going to be the main team, and our goal is clearly to be part on the final. So the last 3 teams, I think we can do this with our train. It's our big goal. Of course, if we didn't manage to do this, and if we only reach the semifinals, of course it would be great, because it is only the nine last teams. But yes, our goal is to reach the final. And for your trio, Talik?
Yeah, for my trio, the goal is to pass the first day, so to be in the semifinals. So goal is to be in quarter and get qualified, and then in the semifinals it will really depend on the seeds, because we have there will be 3 matches in the semifinals with 3 teams in each match, and only 1 team can go to the final. So I think it will depend on the map pack of the different maps that we will play during this phase, and the seeds for this.
All right. Yeah, I was just going to say, Tjalik, if you can keep on the headphones, because otherwise we will get feedback from them.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So I think, yeah, I mean, from what I know, you will also be doing some content in the bootcamp. We will have a video and photo team coming over. So yeah, have any of you ever done professional photos yet, or what are your expectations for that?
We are going to be beautiful. No, we haven't done this after, but I am sure that it will be fun, and really, and it will be a good experience for us. It's new, so it's always a good thing to learn.
So yeah, it's our first time for us. So we have the advantage that we know who is filming and making the content for us. So we are more confident with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it can help a lot. But yeah, I think for all of us, it's like our first professional experience in a bootcamp and with a photo and video, etc. and other contents.
So yeah, I thought Tyler was taking the next question. Sorry for the break there. But yeah, I mean, I think we can go over and take some of the questions that our viewers have been asking. So I'll just start. I mean, we already picked up Aurel's question, I guess. What are your goals for the upcoming event? We already have gone over that. And then we have a question from, I think, Klauks or Clarks, I don't know. Sorry if I mess up your name. He was asking, honestly, who's the best in the team? And I think, and I think every one of you should answer that question.
Okay, you are beginning.
Of course, I think we have the same level. I think. No, honestly, we have the same level, but if we need to take a palmarès, on dit comme ça? Palmarès. I think it's Dofo because he played the World Cup and he played good at the World Cup. For me, it's Dofo.
It's me. No, like Snow said, Dofo played a lot this year and did a lot of impressive performances. So I think on the paper, Dofo is the best player of our team because he plays the World Cup. He won the Open Grand League season. So he did a lot of impressive things.
Yeah, definitely. If we take all the different performance during this year, that's the four who performs the best in the different competitions. He's the most complete player of the team thanks to his palmarès. But I think that it depends on the event. For example, Glass, I think, has the best and get the closest on the best performance. For example, for the ZEBRAtalk Trackmania Cup, he was just like super close to get in the semi-final last year. Even if Default on Snow was as well in quarterfinal, Glass made the best performance last year on the Trackmania 2020 games. So yeah, I think they have quite the same level. That's a very difficult question to answer, but overall performance would like to say that it's Default.
Yes,
It's
I,
me.
It's you the fault.
I have a lot performance in the World Cup and Open Ground League, but I think we have the same level in our team.
Yeah, it's very difficult on Trackmania to really define what is level, because it depends on the maps. For example, you can be super good on the map of one competition. In the same competition, you're super bad on another maps. It's really depends, because compared to other SIM racing game, I think that there is very particular style. So you can play on dirt, but you can play on ice. For example, I think in the team I'm the best player for ice, but definitely on other style for dirt or other style on Trackmania, they are better. And that's why it's very difficult to say who is the best.
So, yeah, the main reason that I actually didn't ask a question just now was because I was trying to figure out the sound. I hope that you guys are not now getting the feedback from your own voices back through your headphones. I think that was the main problem why we even had that echo. But everything's fine now. In the end, I mean, the question that I still wanted to get to at some stage was there anything that you guys kind of found out about one another that might have been a little bit weird as well, that you found out now during the bootcamp?
I think that we are discovered in the bootcamp of another player. Weird thing. C'était quoi la question? C'était quoi la question?
Je crois qu'est-ce que tu as trouvé de...
Ouais, de bizarre. No, just Snow, it's a bit touchy with me. No, of course, we knew a lot about us, so it was not hard to live together.
Yeah, we kind of lived together before. Just there was a screen between us, and I think we know so much each other that it wasn't short, and we didn't discover anything weird during this bootcamp. So yeah, I was just, but I know already that during the morning, for Snow, it's very difficult to make that was I just discovered it because when I was on Discord on some apps to communicate with Snow, he wasn't just.
He can't play the morning.
I prefer play
He
afternoon.
can't. It's impossible for him.
Morning is time to chill and see the TV, chill.
I can tell you, we just did a Rocket League bootcamp, and I was there with the guys, and they are just like you. Like no one would. One of them would wake up early because he had classes, but the others would sleep till like 12 and then start training. Yeah. So I think that's not too weird in the esport world to be more of a night owl and not be the morning person. So I have another question from the chat from Yakata. You know all these people, right?
Of course we know.
Of course, nice. And the question is, which player scares you the most? Or maybe we can transfer to who do you think is the fiercest competition?
Don't get the question exactly. If you
who is the scariest opponent?
For the upcoming event,
Yeah,
I
for
think
example.
it's not a player, but it's a team because we are playing with 3 players. So I think the best team.
Les zinzins. Non, pas les zinzins.
It's the Gwen's team with Aurel, Gwen, and Papu, which is a really strong team. It's our goal to beat them. Our main goal. If we beat them, we are it's a win for us. But it will be hard, of course. It's a really strong team, the best one on the paper. It's the most powerful trio. So yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Glass say. I think it's by looking to the performance of the year on not only the last year but the last 5 years. Orel, Papu, and Gwen is definitely the best trio on this ZRT. So yeah, the Gwen's teams is definitely the most scariest team for everyone, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, we did have a couple more questions in the chat. If you guys still want to get your questions in, this might be your best time. Painting Pastel, one of the ones that actually works closely with the team and also mods the chat here and there, asked who has the best style out of the 4 of you?
The best style.
Yeah, like clothing
Yes,
style.
Like clothing style.
No, I think it's me.
No,
we have.
no, it's me. It's me. No, it's me or you. We have the same style. No, it's true. We have the same style, same T-shirt, same
I
jeans.
think we have the same style because we are living in the same town.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are following the same trends. That's why we have the same style.
We have exactly the same clothes. Exactly the same. Same jeans, same T-shirts.
You might be long lost twins then. No, but it's let's call it a draw between the 2 of you, I would say.
It's a draw. It's a draw.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think, I mean, we're getting to the end of the show. Is there anything you guys want to talk about to the listeners and the viewers?
No. First, I think it's important to thank all of the team because it's thanks to you, and we are really glad to be here. And really thank you for this because without you, we couldn't be there to play each other. And what we can say.
Yeah, thanks for BS competition for all you are making. I think we didn't realize what you are making. It's like an amazing
chance
experience for us.
Experience.
So we are super happy to be there, and that's it. Yeah. Last words,
Yes.
Dofo? D'un mot de la fin.
Yes, thanks BS competition. It's crazy to join.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it was great having a chat with you. Normally, we do have a little bit of a segment where we go over to just like the first of every kind of category in the podcast here, but we're going to keep that for whenever we might get solo episodes with one of you guys, and then we might pick it up back there. So, I mean, yeah, thanks a lot for coming in, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your bootcamp.
Thank
We
you.
will.
Thank you.
I hope our English was a bit good.
It was fine.
It was perfectly fine. Thank you guys for hanging out. And enjoy your bootcamp. We're hoping to see a lot of pictures on social media. And yeah, we will all cheer for you in the ZTR qualifiers. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So, of course, with that already brings us to the end of our episode today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Of course, we did have our Trackmania team that have recently just joined a BS competition, and we'll sure have more of them as they, of course, progress in their own careers. and we'll just have to see how far they get there. And of course, in the meantime, you guys can follow all the players and of course Schlaum and myself on social media. And in the meantime as well, you guys should definitely follow BS Competition here on Twitch and also on Twitter and Instagram, because that's the best place to get any updates on the team's current events and also any streams coming up here. Of course, we did just have our Rocket League tournament as well. We're planning to have more competitions further down the road and also get a couple of the sim racers back involved here with Zebra TV. And with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed. For any of our audio listeners, of course, we do this every Wednesday live at around 19:30 Central European Summertime, or then Central European Time whenever we go back to daylight savings. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys soon. And until then, stay safe and stay healthy as well. We'll see you guys then.